Awesome. Thank you so much. Hi everyone. We are going to talk about hit the ground running. And thank you to Allison and Anna for inviting me to be here today. It's always a great day when I can start it with you all. So I have an ask. I'm gonna ask that you go ahead and turn those cameras on. I mean, get your fingers ready in the chat. This isn't a webinar. We're gonna do a little work today. Um, we're gonna use our fingers, and the way that you
Gosh.
engage with other people is through eye contact. So turn those cameras on. If you don't have clothes on, just go put something on. We don't need anybody naked. So we're gonna learn out loud in here. So as I looked, I saw like a lot of familiar faces, things like that. I'm so excited. So let's go ahead and get things started. Let's just warm it up for a second here. Drop in the chat one word that describes how you want to feel heading into 2026. So just in the chat, what's one word that describes how you want to feel going into 2026? So impactful, excited, expansive, overachieving. Wow, way to start out the word strong. You're strong, set, driven, confident, aligned, moved, energized, ready, consistent, intentional, strong. You guys see a theme there? Yeah. It's so funny. I didn't see any of the F's. Focused, free, fired up, fulfilled. You guys all picked words that didn't start with F, so that's great. Love these. Love these. Let's go. Yeah, you're right, Anna. So here's the deal. And Sheila, we should be on slide number 3 at this point. Here's the deal. You showed up for 7 things that are going to guarantee success in 2026. But if you don't already know this about me, I'm one of those people that you would call like an over deliverer. So you're actually going to get 10. Okay. 10 moves that the most consistent top agents use to start the year ahead of the market, not chasing it, ahead of it. So if that sounds good, give me a thumbs up in the either on the screen in the chat box. Excellent, excellent. So let's just dive right in. And if you want, what I'll do afterwards is I'll give you my email address. You can just email me and just put the subject word slides, and I'll send you the slide deck so you don't have to frantically write everything down if you don't want. So number one, we're going to start with a clear vision and measurable goal. Clear vision, measurable goal, because clarity creates confidence. And if you can't describe your 2026 in one sentence, how the heck are you going to design it? So as you think about that 2026 and that word you just wrote, what's your biggest goal in either GCI units that goes along with that one word? Like, what would that goal be? Tie those two things together. This is how I want to feel going into next year, and this is my goal. And write those down somewhere. Write those down somewhere. Because this is what's going to drive you. Look at Allison with 400 units. Love it. So when your goal is tied to purpose, you have stamina through the slumps. That makes sense, right? Uh, because the phrase "I want to," it fades away. Because it funds my freedom, because it funds my family, and my family deserves a good life, that's sustainable. That's absolutely sustainable. So keep that word and your goal close by. Number two, you got to reverse engineer the plan. Dreams die in generalities. You might want to write that down. Dreams die in generalities. Someday I'd like to. Okay, well, when and how, and let's do it. But the moment you do the math, your dream becomes a plan. So I'm going to break this down for you really simply. This is easy realtor math, okay? And this is for someone who maybe wants to do 36 deals a year. That's 3 a month, right? Most people would be happy doing that if they're on a team, that or above, or if they're an individual agent, maybe, depending on your GCI, average GCI, that's good. So if you want to do 3 deals a year, that breaks down on average to 3 a month or about 1 a week, right? So what would happen if you focused on 1 a week? Well, in order to take one new listing or one new buyer a week, you've almost got to set an appointment a day. Think of it this way, and you look at these guys. If you set an appointment a day, 5 days a week, one of them is going to cancel because they always do. Another one's going to reschedule. And now you have 3 opportunities to sign one new buyer agreement with an A buyer who wants to do something right away or a listing. What if you signed two? What if you went 3 for 3? But if you focus on a minimum of one appointment a day, 3 days a week to start out with, you're doing good. That's your runway. That's your runway. So I'd like to know right now, how many of you know the number of weekly appointments you need to hit your goal? If you do, drop it in the chat. How many appointments do you need to hit your goal? And if you don't, just go, I've got some math to do. Or just type the word math. Math. Okay. So here's the thing too. When you email me, write this down, put the words economic model in it, and I'll send you a digital economic model, which you can put in your goals, and it'll break it down to exactly how many appointments you need every single month. And then you can divide that by 4 and do it by week. Would that be good? You guys happy with that? Okay, excellent. So, because that, again, if you don't know the specifics of what you need to do, how the hell are you going to get there? Because this is where your GPS, your goals, priorities, and strategies are set in motion. So let's talk about number 3. Master your morning routine. Now, so many of you showed up today saying, I already worked out today. Bravo. Because the first 90 minutes of your day are sacred and should involve 3 things: mindset, movement, momentum. Mindset, movement, momentum. No one accidentally wins a morning and loses a day. It doesn't happen. You've got to protect your lead gen like it's a listing appointment with your future self, because it is. If you're not generating the appointments, you're not going to get the business. So what's one thing that you're protecting in your morning this year? Type it out. Put it in the chat. Is it coffee before chaos? Is it gym before Gmail? What's one thing you're looking to protect as we move into 2026 in the morning? Miranda, fitness. Kristen, journaling and meditation. Awesome. Walking, gym, no phone calls before 8, no social media before I've interacted with my family. That's good. Gym, 10,000 steps a day. Okay. Affirmations before kids get up, my 5 to 6 a.m. reading time. God bless you, Truby, because I'd be right back asleep. So good for you. Good. Coffee before children, affirmations. All right, you guys are getting it. You guys are getting it. So let's look at number 4. Number 4 is refine your language. This is the thing that's near and dear to my heart. This is my sweet spot. Words move people, and your words are either pulling people toward you or pushing them away. So we want to do things like replace pressure, the word pressure, with curiosity, and the concept of pressure with the concept of curiosity. So we can do that by using sentences like, before you make your mind up, what are you weighing most? Not, are you ready to sign? Right? It totally different, removes the pressure and gets the person to feel more comfortable and trust you. Or what would need to shift for this to feel like a smart yes for you? Well, who doesn't want a smart yes? Everyone wants a smart yes. So they'll be honest and they'll tell you low level of resistance, high level of truth. High level of truth. So let's do a quick check-in. So far, we've listed vision, plan, morning, language. Which of these first four is your growth edge? I mean, if you're wondering what growth edge means, that's the point where your current ability, comfort, and awareness ends and your next level begins. So it's the area that stretches you just enough to create growth and not overwhelm. So again, which of these vision, plan, morning, or language? Go ahead and put it in the chat. Vision, plan, morning, or language. Plan, 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 morning, language, morning. Okay, so whatever that is, that's where your focus is, right? And we know this. Morning and plan. If you got no plan, you're not set up for success, right? One of my favorite phrases is most people aim for nothing and hit it with incredible accuracy, and that's what it's like if you don't have a plan. So plan. All right, so go ahead, take a sip of your beverage, stretch your shoulders, because we're almost halfway through. We got six more to go. And this is where the traction starts. So, number five, audit and activate your database. Now, each of you, even if you're on a team, should have your own database. The people that you know that love you, that trust you, that you used to work with, etc. Um, you've got let me put it this way. Your next transaction is probably coming from someone you already know. They've just forgotten you're in the business. And don't tell me that's not true because you know it is. Pull your top 200 and segment it intentionally. And I teach a class called Prospecting Boot Camp. It's going to be launching mid-January. And where we focus on this and we do it over 4 weeks and we do it together. There's some accountability here. And you're going to use what we call the friends method. The Friends Records Industry e-marketing networking director, same name. Um, and it's just a way to segment different people. If you want to know more about that, I can tell you where to find that. But what you want to do is pull those top 200 and start intentionally going through it. And I'll talk about some ways to do that in a little bit here. Now, if we want to audit, what that means is you want to reconnect with purpose. You want to add value. Live question. Who's done a database cleanup in the last 90 days? Anyone? Anyone? Okay, I see some hands up. That's great. You know, my friend Jason Abrams calls it the fall cleanup. And here's a big tip that most people won't tell you, but I'm going to tell you. If you don't like the person, delete them. If you don't like the person, delete them. Because what? You think they're going to refer you nice people? They're going to refer you people like them. Like if you don't like them, get rid of them. It's okay. It's okay. And if they happen to find their way back to you, well then, you know what? Um, Refer them to somebody who is more in alignment with their style. Okay. So let's look at number six. Rebuild connection capital. Rebuild connection capital. So your network is your net worth, but only if you're nurturing it. So of your VIP list of your list of 200, take that top 20%. Those who refer clients to you, those who advocate to you, those who inspire you, and schedule a minimum of 5 coffee chats or Zooms or in person. Let's grab a cup of coffees before the year end, right after the new year. Believe me, parents on this, you know that roundabout like this, the 28th, 29th, you're like, I just need some me time. I have to go, I have a business meeting. I gotta go for coffee. So schedule some coffees back to back. Get out of the house or do it on Zoom. No script, no pitch, just curiosity and relationship. Think about this. You know, those friends who every January 1st you resolve to contact, the friend from college or high school that you're like, man, I really miss them. I'd love to see them. Set up a quick Zoom because connection creates conversion. Connection creates conversion. So, number seven, know your lead sources and focus on them. Top producers, they don't chase 20 different ways to get business. They master 3 and they become brilliant at them. So, what are your top three? Go ahead and type them in the chat. And if you're thinking, I don't know, then that's your clarity project for next week. So, what are your top three lead sources? Expired, cold call. We got Valerie's all about the land and distressed properties. Miranda, Zillow, Circle Prospecting Houses. Valerie let's see, SOI on Anna, sign call, circle prospecting, open house, cold calling, expired, canceled. And I'm going to ask you to really consider as you're writing these, are those truly your top three? Or is that like wishful thinking, like that's what I want next year? Either way is okay. You get to go make it happen. You get to go make it happen. I mean, the combos you have here create a huge business when you have the plan and you do the work, right? So, a quick note before we finish strong here. If conversations like this are resonating, I teach communication and confidence inside a free community called the Kaleidoscope Mind Hive. Sheila will, my assistant, will put the link in there because I know Kaleidoscope, like who picks a name like that? Because like nobody can spell it. Stupid, right? So it's our free community for real estate pros, lenders, and leaders who want to say it better, sell it better, and lead it better. We've got phrase vaults. We've got live workshops like this in there. We've got mindset drops, real talk from real people. So this is no pressure, just awareness that it exists, and it's free. You can also follow me on Instagram or TikTok at the Caramal. It's not an ego thing. Somebody already had Caramal. Go figure. So it's the Caramal for quick daily language and mindset tips, confident boosts, and yes, the occasional rebel sales reminder. So, all right, ready for the bonus round? Comment ready in the chat box if you're ready, because we are going to head into the bonus round.
Kara, I have one quick question.
Yes.
Okay, so when we have you said we need to grab this person and have coffee, and I have those who refer us, advocate, and what was the third one?
Inspire.
Inspire. Thank you. Sorry.
Yeah, people inspire us. Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Excellent, thanks. And if time, we'll have some Q&A at the end. I certainly appreciate you looking for the clarity. So, all right, let's look at number 8. Tighten systems and leverage tools. You got to tighten your systems up. January is for momentum, not maintenance. But most people go into January and go, okay, now I got to get I got to get ready to get going, to get started, to maybe think about doing something. Clean it now. Pick a number. I'm going to clean up 10 names, 20 names, 30 names a day in my CRM. Set up your templates, those automated emails that you've been wanting, or like go to your friend ChatGPT and plug in, 10 ways to stay in touch with real estate clients over the holidays via text, and they will give you the texts, right? Do something, because what gets automated creates consistency. So think about right now, what system in your business most needs a refresh before January? Go ahead and type it. What system in your business, because you each have a business, I don't care if you're on a team or not, you each have a business, needs the most attention right now? Templates and follow-up, boss. CRM, still working through cleaning, keep it going. CRM templates, database cleanup. Okay, seeing a pattern here. Past client process touches anniversary, CRM clean, database cleaning up. Allison, are those past clients or are they clients? Just out of curiosity.
Touche.
Yeah, there we go. I mean, I don't leave my hairdresser today and she goes, oh, there goes my past client, Kara. It's just we have a longer sales cycle. They're clients. They're clients, right? Yes, yes, you're exactly right, Anna. Jared and I have been saying that for years. So pay attention to that system. You've got roughly, 8 working days left in this year. Make them work. When you're at work, focus. When you're at home, focus. Don't do both at the same time. So let's look at number 9. Invest in skill and coaching. Write this down. Write this down. Skills pay the bills. Skills pay the bills. In this day and age, Information is everywhere. It's everywhere. But implementation, this is being proven every single day. Implementation happens only with accountability. If you don't have a coach and you want different in 2026, connect with me and I can point you in the right direction. I can point you in the right direction. So this brings us to number 10. And it's one of the most important things you can do to be successful. And strangely enough, has nothing to do with business and everything to do with you. Number 10, protect your energy like a business asset. Because if you burn out, everything stops. Everything stops. Protect your sleep, protect your boundaries, protect, drink lots of water, move, and then take time to recover. That's the one, sleep and recovery, the two bookends, that's the one that people ignore. I mean, if you've ever felt burnout or fog, and if you're human, I think you have, it's because energy isn't endless. It has to be managed. You're no different than this. You got to be plugged in every now and then. The goal isn't to do more, it's to do what matters most with presence. Write this down. My energy is my edge. My energy is my edge. So in the chat, share one item of self-care that's non-negotiable for you in 2026. Is it a monthly massage? Is it a weekly movie night? Heck, I think Allison and you and I have talked about this before. One of the big things I tell my coaching clients, especially moms, go to an afternoon movie. Why? It's dark. You can't be on your phone. Nap for a few hours. Wake up, then go deal with everything else. It's a great way to rewind. So we've got 10,000, your non-negotiable body movement Peloton time, shoot clays every other week. Truly, that's awesome. Get your hair washed and blown out every other week. Oh, and I love it. Anna Winter used to get it done every day from Vogue. It's like she would have someone come to her house and do a blowout. I'm like, that's my goals, man. That's my goals. Facial and stretching. Yes, awesome. So before we recap and have Q&A time if we do, I know that you guys have the recording and it'll be available to people. And also you can always visit me in the Mind Hive. So let's do a quick recap of 1 through 10. Number 1, vision. Number 2, plan. Number 3, morning. Number 4, language. Number 5, database. 6, connection, lead focus. 8, systems. 9, skill. And 10, energy. You came for 7 and you got 10. Now it's your turn. What's the first thing that you're going to take action on today? Type it in the chat because we know successful people get into action quickly and they make adjustments along the way. So, what is the first thing that you're going to take action on? Valerie, protecting your energy. So, Valerie, what will that look like every day for you to protect your energy?
I've actually been focusing on this a lot lately, and so it's kind of just it's a nice coincidence, and that
There are
you're
no
on. I
coincidences.
know you sound like Allison. No, I've come to the realization that if I haven't accomplished something by a certain time in the day, my energy is gone. So I guess it's not necessarily saying no to things. I'm pretty good at that. It's knowing that this is when my peak energy is and maximizing that. I think that was kind of like a huge aha for me over the last week and a half. So that's
That's
more along those lines.
That's great. Know when your peak energy is, maximize it. If you feel your energy getting low, get up and jump in place 10 times.
I literally
Or
get up
get
and walk
up
around my
and
building.
walk around the building, walk around the block. That's exactly for everybody. Those are things you can do. Congratulations. I got a lot of people working on database, so set a goal. How many? Right? Because again, if we don't set a goal, it's just a dream. Miranda's going to start setting some appointments, building oh my gosh, so much good stuff here. Building and contacting database. Let's see, the Rhythm podcast by Pat Lancioni. Oh, that's a good one. So excellent. So look at all of you. You're not waiting for January, you're starting today. And that's what's important, especially as we start getting pulled in so many different directions over the next couple weeks. So go out there, hit the ground running, communicate with confidence. And remember, confidence is created through every communication. And we can go ahead and, I think, take the slides down. And, do we have another one, Sheila? Is there another slide? There we go. So there's the information, but we can do a Q&A for a couple minutes if anybody, as long as Anna and Allison are
You're
willing
good
to
to go.
have me here.
Yep, you're good to go.
Any questions, comments, concerns? No?
Oh, Sheila,
Nobody?
guys, Sheila put the link in the chat so that you can click that and figure out how to get in touch with Kara. I would say, again, just kind of a shameless plug. I think that if you're looking for something to invest in and something to do for yourself, even if you just give it like that red light, green light, and you do it for 3 months. I don't know, Kara, if do you do weekly or bi-weekly? What are your
All of the above. And I've got some great training programs coming up. I've got similar to Level Up that we did with your team, Allison. I've got the production lab launching mid-January. I've got prospecting boot camp. We're going to be doing 12 days of role plays. It's going to be a free session, but you find out all of this in the Kaleidoscope Mind Hive, which is absolutely free to join. Absolutely free to join. There's a calendar in there. It's a great networking opportunity. It's brand agnostic. So, and I've got some lenders in there. I've got a couple people that aren't even in real estate that are just looking to up their mindset and communication and change their conversions. So, yeah.
So
Oh,
I would
Anna, I love that, by the way. Prepay. Yes.
Yeah, go
prepay
ahead
for
and get your
coaching.
tax write-offs. But Kara, I
Yeah.
have a question because I have a few team members on here, and our business planning sheet for them this year, we went through 5 levels of why, right? Why this income? Why, like what? And we talked about who's going to be impacted by my success, who will be impacted by my failure. But the one thing people struggle with the most was the 5 levels of why, really getting in there. Do you have any quick, just because I know there's people that haven't filled it out. Do you have any help on helping people start to crack that layer and get lower?
Anna, that is such a great question. And this is so important. Remember, everybody, 97%, I think it's 97.3% of everything we do every day is habitual, which includes our vocabulary. The word why, unfortunately, is one of the words that we use, and why has a negative connotation. So unconsciously, the brain hears the word why and it shuts down. So instead of using why, Anna, I would recommend going with for what purpose. For what purpose? I would like blah, 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 blah. Okay, for what purpose? So that we can blah, 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 blah. Okay.
Is anyone
Else?
brave enough on Anna's team that hasn't done this to do a live
We could do a live one.
today? Is anybody, or even on my team, if anybody wants to live do it? Kat, Miranda?
So while we're looking for a volunteer, so remember, why is one of those words, it just comes out habitually. But if you start to replace it in your vocabulary, you find that you move conversations further quicker using for what purpose, or just substitute purpose for why. Like if my 6-year-old granddaughter said, for what purpose? I'd be happy to answer her instead of why.
I was going to add something really quick, Kara. So I went to a training, and it was not a real estate training. It was a hospitality training, and it was about 7 bad words, and why was one of them. And it was teaching you how to substitute them, and help me understand was the substitution for the word why.
Help me
So I just
understand.
wanted, if
you're
need to
asking someone.
Yes.
Yeah, if you're asking someone a question, you could ask yourself, but if you ask yourself, help me understand, I think you create like some spaghetti noodles in your brain. And that's not the type of noodling you want to do. But if you ask yourself for what purpose, even if you have to sit there, you're going to have to think about it, because your brain's not used to hearing that question and answering it. So it's actually looking for the answers, which are already there. They just need to be brought out. I love that question, Anna. Love it.
I'm replacing that word on my cognitive form right now.
Love it. Anybody else? Any other questions? Well, again, I'm going to put my email in the box, Kara@caramel.com, very complicated there. Um, and again, I hope to see some of you around the Mind Hive. Sheila put my TikTok handle. It's also my Instagram handle. So, believe me, I was the most resistant to doing this until I realized that people need to hear these messages. And
Mhm.
I believe my calling on on this earth is to make it a better place. And if I can help people have one conversation that moves them forward and the people around them, I want to be that pebble that goes in the water. So join me there. Reach out to me if you're thinking about coaching, consulting, group programs, trainings, or whatever. I can absolutely point you in the right direction. I know all the different programs. So
We appreciate you. And guys, I would highly encourage you, at least just email Kara, just say thank you, connect with her. The more people, our relationships compound much faster than money ever will. And that's another thing that I think you should really take into 2026 is creating these connections with people. It's really important. And again, Kara, if she's not the right person for you, she knows the right person for you. So
Absolutely.
that is very important. So we appreciate you all. This is our last Empower of the year. And we want to wish everyone a very, very Merry Christmas. And so we will see you in 2026.
Merry Christmas. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much.
If you're on this call and not part of our community and looking at brokerage options, it's a great time to have a chat. So please feel free to message Allison. I would love to share what's coming in 2026 with us. So have a great one, guys. We'll have some recordings for you over the holidays, but it's been an amazing year. It has been. Consistency has paid us off. Man, we've been here every freaking Wednesday, dog. We did it. We did
Amazing.
it. Bye, guys.
Kara, may I say
Bye.
your hair looks so pretty today?
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yes.
You know why? Because it's today's hair color day. I'm going to the hairdresser this afternoon.
So
Go
of
figure.
course it looks good today.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank
it's-
you.
Right. Mhm.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.